question number 7. Question number 7 is to do the true and false. So first one is what? A linear pair is always a pair of adjacent angles. So all of you know that linear pair, suppose this one is A point O, suppose B, like this one. Okay, suppose C point. So in this case, angle AOC and angle BOC. AOC plus BOC equal to 180, and they are forming a linear pair. Okay, and look at this figure. This angle and these angles both have a common point O, common arm OC. Okay, and the non-common arm OA and OB are either side of the common arm OC. So they are following the three criteria of adjacent angles. So again, all of you know that in case of linear pair, the two angles must be adjacent to each other. So that is why first one is a linear pair is always a pair of adjacent angles. So first one is true. Okay. Now comes to the question number B. A reflex angle is an angle that is greater than right angle but less than straight angle. So all of you know that reflex angle is actually the angle which is greater than 180 degree. Reflex is what? Actually 180 greater than 180 degree and less than 270 degree. Okay, this is known as a reflex angle. Okay, but it is given that the angle is what? Greater than right angle but less than straight angle. So actually that is obtuse angle. So this one is false. So now question number C. Adjacent angles cannot be complementary. Okay, all of you know that if the sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree, then they will form a complementary angle. Suppose two angles like this. So this one is O point, this one is A point, this one is B point. Suppose this value is 90 degree. Okay. Suppose you draw a line this one OC. Then this angle and this angle. That is angle BOA plus angle, so BOC plus angle AOC will be what? 90 degree. Because it is given as 90 degree, that means this angle plus this angle will be 90 degree. That means these two angles are complementary angle to each other. And look at the both angles. This angle, these two angles have the same common point O, common arm OC, and the non-common arm OA and OB are either side of the common arm OC. That means it will follow the criteria, all the criteria of adjacent angle. That means two adjacent angles can be complementary. Okay, so adjacent angles cannot be considered. It will be false. Now come to question number D. Vertically opposite angles are always equal. So already we discussed. So this one is true. Okay. So now suppose E. Question number E. It is given that the outer arms of a linear pair of angles lie in a straight line. Okay. How do you consider? This one is suppose A point. This one is O. This one is B point. Then these are the two angles AOB and COB, which will form a linear pair. Okay. Suppose for this angle, suppose outer arm OA, again of angle BOC, OC is the outer arm. Then both they are lying in a straight line. So it will be what? True. Number F. Two angles 130 degree and 50 degree are complementary. So it is false because 130 degree and 50 degree are supplementary. So F is false. Suppose G. Question number Z. A linear pair is always a pair of supplementary angles. Yes, because linear pair is what? Sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree. And a pair of supplementary angles is what? Sum of two angles. So this one will be true. X. An obtuse angle is greater than 180 degree. So it is wrong. Obtuse angle is less than 180 degree. So false. So next one is I. I said two acute angles form reflex angles. So two acute angles means what? Acute angle is less than 90 degree. Okay, and reflex angle is what? Measured above 180 degree. Okay, that means if you add two acute angles, that means two quantity which is less than 90 degree, then the sum of that two angles must be less than 180 degree. Because if you add 90 degree plus 90 degree, then value will be what? 180 degree. If you add two things which is less than 90. Less than 90, suppose 89. Again, less than 90, suppose 89. Then value will be what? 178. Like this. If you add anything less than 90 degree, the sum will be less than 180 degree. If the sum is less than 180 degree, then it cannot form a reflex angle. So I is false. So question number Z. Two right angles form a linear pair. Okay, so actually in this question, two right angles which are adjacent form a linear pair. The question should be like this, because this one is 90 degree and this one is 90 degree. Yes, two right angles can form a linear pair. But if one 90 degree is like this, one 90 is like this, then it cannot form a linear pair. Two right angles always form, the sum of two right angles is 180 degree, then it will be always supplementary. But it should be given that two right angles form a linear pair. You just write 2 here, but actually the question is incomplete. Okay, the right angles form a linear pair. In some way it is correct, but the main sentence must be two right angles must be adjacent to form a linear pair. Okay, thank you.